Hey everyone, this is Nick with Us versus Herd. Today we're going to be going over whether or not the Robinhood app is good for investing for beginners. I'll also show you tastyworks. I'll show you thinkorswim so you have something to compare it to. Right now, Robinhood app only has an iPhone and an Android app. They have desktop coming out soon, and they also have options coming out soon. But for right now, it's just trading stocks. So if you're good with trading stocks, this is not for you. I definitely think that it is good for beginners just to get your feet wet. A lot of people gravitate to it because they say, hey, there's no commissions. I could save some money. I can learn how to trade stocks. Some people trade penny stocks on it. Some people day trade. They kind of, flip back and forth between thinkorswim. We've had some comments on some of our other videos about how people use it. But I really think that Robinhood is a brokerage for beginners, and they kind of market themselves to, millennials and making it easy to use. As you can see by the UI or the user interface, it's very clean, easy to read. Unlike other platforms, it's pretty cluttered. I'll show you some other platforms shortly here. But as you can see here, it shows me how much money I have, how much money I made today, how much money I lost after hours or made after hours. It's easy to read how much I made this week, how much I made this month, and so on. So as you know, the market's been ripping. We're up some pretty good money here. I don't really trade that much on this account. I really don't use it for day trading. I don't use it for any trading. I mainly use it for investing. I mainly just invest in stocks that I like. So right now, as you can see here, I have Facebook, Square, Target, and Twitter. And I really just invest in stocks that I like. I had Tesla. I sold it a little while ago this year just because I no longer believe in the company. But that's pretty much what I use it for. Let's go to one of the pages here. So let's say Facebook, for instance. I kind of like what I like about this, which does pretty good, is I haven't seen this before, where it shows you how many shares you are, what your portfolio diversity is. Most brokerage firms or apps won't do this for you. What your equity value is. My average cost here is $88. It tells me what my return here is here. I've been holding this for some time. As you can see, it's currently at $189. They added some new features here, like the news. They also added some stats and earnings, and then they show you the orders. So I really like that compared to other brokerage firms. It doesn't show you all that in like one pane of glass. You kind of have to dig for, what was the order when you bought it. Things kind of get muddy down there. But I would say they did a really nice job for that. But as you can see here, it's very basic. The charting, it's not for day trading. As you can see, it's super hard to see where the highs or the lows are. You can go like this, and in a couple of my other videos I've shown you that this isn't like the high here. It wasn't actually the high here at 11:30. It's usually off by a few pennies. They don't really capture it that great in the lows. So if you're like buying on the dip or something, you're not going to get the best price. Also, executions compared to other platforms aren't as good as aren't good at all, really. Executions lag a little bit, and especially on high volume days, you'll notice that the platform doesn't perform as well, or you'll have some issues. I had some issues buying Square stock one day when there was high volume on the Square stock, and I put my order in. They said it went through, but nothing ever happened. The order just kind of sat there and idle. I couldn't cancel or anything. I contacted support, and they said, it's a known issue. And then it got executed some odd hours later, and I didn't really get the best price. So, luckily this is not something that I day trade or anything like that. So I wasn't really concerned about the price I was getting, and so I wasn't really losing any money. And as you can see here, what I like about for beginners here, you could hit the buy or the sell. There's no shorting. Really simple, just to get you familiar with the market. There's buy, how many shares do you want? There's sell, how many shares that you want to sell. And this is the market price, and they have the different orders. So, if you are new to this, I definitely don't recommend putting a market order in. Always put a limit order in. Market orders, they'll pretty much fill whatever price they want to fill it at. At a market order, worst case scenario, it doesn't fill right away. You can cancel it and start a new limit order as well. So, for beginners, I think it's really great just to get your feet wet into the market and buying, selling, seeing how stocks move, kind of picking out what stocks you like. It's really simple here, picking out a stock that you like. Let's say, for instance, Priceline. You can pretty much pick up any stock that you like here. You can develop your own watch list by hitting the plus sign there. And then you can kind of develop your own watch list here. And the other thing is, it shows you here, the other thing that's pretty cool about it is, you tap on this, it'll tell you what percentage you change here, what your equity is. It's how much value I have right now in these stocks, and then what my return was today on each one of these stocks here. So market was pretty up today. Some of these other ones were pretty mixed here, but we're up pretty good on these positions. Target up 25%. Let's see here. Square, we're up 33%. These are some of my newer additions here. And then we have Twitter. I'm up 18%. Not great, but I've been averaging up and down here. So it's kind of cool for something that you can see here. May 15, I bought 10 shares at $19, and I bought another 10 shares here, $17, and I bought another 10 shares here at $21. So it's kind of cool, and then you can see how that actually calculates your average cost. So those 3 orders, my average cost is $19. It's currently trading at $22. So this is my long-term holding, so I'm not too concerned about it. Some people would be concerned that it's dropping down on my price, but I believe in the stock, so I'm going to hold it. Well, the thing is, it kind of shows you how much money you have, what your buying power is. Very simple, unlike some other stocks, other platforms. So I'll jump to another platform here. I'm going to jump to thinkorswim here. And as you can see, there's a lot going on here. We got my watch list, a lot of different buttons. I'm not going to show you the mobile app because it's pretty much the same thing as this. I got all my positions here. It's like I had a little error message there. Sorry about that. You click on trade. Some people will get confused, especially if you're not familiar with options. It's just a blank screen here. But if you let's say you type in a ticker here. Let's say it's Apple. Some people would be kind of overwhelmed by this is the option chain. It doesn't show you stocks right away. You kind of have to click on here. The trade grid here to get the stocks here. And there's a lot of options. There's we got analyze, we got scan with all these different tabs. We got market watch, we got the charts, we got the futures, we got the forex. So for a new trader, this would definitely be overwhelming. I know it would be for me, kind of going through it. That's why I think Robinhood is great for beginners. Kind of get your feet wet, and then you can kind of build yourself up to more of these sophisticated platforms. Yeah, you pay money for these, but you get a whole lot of tools, you get a whole lot of information to help you in your trading. And I'll show you another one real quick here. One of the newer ones to the team is tastyworks, and as you can see, they kind of actually do things a little bit different. These are all I actually don't have any stocks. I just have options, but you can minimize which one's stocks. I only want options, what symbol groups, stuff like that. The other thing is that they kind of put nice is the trade grid here. Tastyworks pretty much only wants you to trade options on their platform. However, they do have stocks, but they make it a little bit more difficult to actually buy stock. You have to go down here, click on this little arrow here, and go to, I want to go long stock on, Priceline. Then you could put your order in. Put like Netflix in. You can go long stock and buy Netflix. This is, however, tastyworks is mostly for trading options, not really for trading stock, even though you can through here. And then the other nice thing they have the curve display, which we'll show you here. The curve display is pretty nice for trading options, but as you can see, there's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of different things here. Beginners aren't going to understand what delta or theta is, or what the max profit, max loss is on a credit spread here. So, for simplicity's sake, as you can see, there's a lot of overwhelming things here. When you take this, there's a lot of different prices. Things get confusing. However, with more information, you are able to make more knowledgeable trades. So as you get better at trading, or as you get better at investing, I definitely recommend scaling up to a better platform than Robinhood. Robinhood's going to be making changes and they want to lure you in there, and that's fine. The better platform Robinhood is, I think, is going to be better for everybody else. I do think they need to charge some more money for it, mainly because they need to charge some commissions, mainly to keep the doors open. I don't know how long they'll be able to keep up free commissions, and soon they're going to be having free options trading as well. So they'll be the first broker that offer options trading for free. So I don't know how much they can do for free, but right now it is what it is, and they're getting investors to pretty much pile in there. So I want to hear your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Are you using Robinhood for anything else than being a beginner? Are you using it for day trading? What do you enjoy about it? Do you have to use it with thinkorswim? Definitely leave a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. Please like the video, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe.